Hey YouTube. Well, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday. We get down to church earlier now. Our church used to be 1 o'clock, so now it's 11 o'clock, so I have more time on my hands. And of course, I can't resist coming on here talking about my boy Jussie. Jussie, who seemed to have so much going for him. Jussie with this thriving career, hit TV show, although it's waning, uh, concert tours. He's a talented singer. Why did this man do this crazy ass thing? Throw his career away. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Gonna kick our criminal minds in here because all of us, our hands are not clean either. I mean, Lord knows I've done a lot of stuff. I'm trying to figure out what is the smartest move for Jussie Smollett now. So, in the comments, what do you think he should do now? I mean, the situation is probably 80% of the people who have following the story or watching the story are probably, I'm just guessing at the number 80, figuring that this is a hoax. He made this up. They have evidence now. I guess the latest thing is they have a number. He paid them $3,500 to create this hoax or help him to create this hoax. Now, that's just the latest word I have heard today, but it's on every damn station. I mean, there's so much information that I don't know if I can go blow by blow. I'm thinking this man, since they were hired to do something, they were just hired to be two shadowy figures. They were given money to do something. So I don't know even know which blog I heard it on, but they were given $3,500. When you get back, I give you $500 more. I mean, why would you put the high amount on this end after it's done? You should have told them how much you're going to pay if we get caught. That would be more relevant to keep your mouth shut. Anyway, so they're saying that they did this for basically $4,000. I don't know if it's $4,000 for both of them or $4,000 for one of them. But the story is changing every few hours, right? This is like a fast-moving thing. But for the police to release these guys, just give them total freedom without not even them posting bail, considering they are Nigerians who just returned from Nigeria, tells you that they don't consider these guys to be the criminals. They were paid to do a simple thing. Now I'm thinking this: Jussie Smollett knew where that camera was, right? He knew where that camera was. The police didn't point it out. He pointed out, look, there it is. It's right there. It's on camera. Well, we're playing your hand again, Just. You should have just shut up. Okay, I'm thinking he had these guys come to that spot, and they had to act. They had to do something. They had to fake like they were actually jumping on him. Everything is covered. So everything is covered. I'm thinking he had one of them dudes punch him in the face for not. I'm sure he was so upset. But I'm thinking that the dude thought he had staged the perfect crime. He had the picture of these guys not punching him in the face and him fighting them back, the whole fight the way he described it, on this camera. What he never suspected was the camera was facing the other direction. Because usually those things have like a bubble on them. You can't tell where they're facing it. So you never feel safe in front of them. He did all that, and then the film wasn't even there. So now he had to go getting creative. And we all know that one lie begets another lie, begets another lie, begets another lie. So now he's got himself in this pickle. This horrible space, because them boys are going to talk. They are going to tell every detail of everything they know about Jussie Smollett. I don't know if one of them was having an affair with him, but I don't think it was no sexual thing where he was having two brothers. Now, I've encountered a whole lot of stuff in my travels, in my time on this earth. I've never seen two muscle-bound brothers having the same guy. Brothers are not going to be in the bed together. That's what I'm saying. So this is a business proposition. I think he really did get hit in the face, though. But he paid those guys to hit him in the face under what he thought was the perfect camera. It's dark. I don't think it was under a tunnel or something like that. with the camera right up under the camera. So what would you do now? Would you continue to lie? Would you continue to try to? I mean, he's hired lawyers now. Apparently, his lawyers, and then either Fox or Lee Daniels, somebody hired other lawyers for him, better lawyers, or more accomplished lawyers. So now they got his whole team of lawyers working with him, but they got to what you call it, fix this whole scenario together where it all makes sense and all of his discrepancies can be fulfilled. Now, what would you do? Would you continue to lie? Would you just become indignant and saying that people that are not believing you are full of shit and they're all racist? So I mean, how would you spin that? How does he get out of this thing? I don't think there's going to be much jail time involved because he probably don't have a record. So it'd probably be like a probation thing, or the city will charge him for the manpower that they put into this case. I can see something like that happening. Some deal they'll work out, you know. But the damage to his career is what I'm concerned about. I don't know what's going on with Empire. If I were a real journalist, I would be on the Empire's website and on their YouTube channel and figuring out, have they already done all the episodes for this next season? Are they scheduled for the next season? What days they're going to start and all that? I think it starts next month, though, which is another convenience. But someone said yesterday, because there's so much information, that they had already filmed Jussie's funeral. A funeral means you're written out of the script unless you're going to be a ghost or something. Remember last season when they kept showing us this coffin with a body in it? I don't remember. Did they ever show us who was in the coffin? I don't remember that. Because, of course, we found out that this other guy who bought Empire was Lucius' illegitimate son. So maybe it was assumed that he was in the coffin. I know Lucius did beat him up. But I don't know if that was ever explained. Was that carried on to the next season? Because apparently that was him being written out of the script. When they kill you, you're gone. You're dead. You might come back. They had one girl come back as a ghost every once in a while. But what am I talking about? Yeah. So is this something that Jussie just dreamed up on his own? He was so desperate to stay on that show that now he's concocted this whole thing. It probably grew as he started lying. He had to lie to cover up the other lie, that lie to cover up another lie. Then he got the boys buying the rope. He had it around his neck. They went to his apartment. And now they done found they found magazines where picture parts have been clipped out of the magazine, which would account for that note that they sent. Well, they had the magazine and the note that arrived 2 weeks before all this happened, right? So they'll be able to trace, did those guys even write this fake bogus letter he got? This thing with right on the letter it said MAGA. In red lipstick or some kind of shit. I don't remember. But they have got so much evidence now against this child. It's hard to go up. It's just like with Trump. Now for me, I find it extremely hard to look at Trump talk. After someone has lied to you over and over and over and over and over again, for me, it's just hard to look at them because you know whatever comes out of their mouth is not the truth. They're liars. So as I was watching all of these news clips earlier today, I found it very hard to listen to that interview that Jussie did with ABC. I just could not look at him. I said, because this is all bullshit. He's making this up. And it makes it hard to take him seriously. Now I'm kind of figuring out, how would that affect someone's career? How can he spend this thing to his benefit now? It's gotten out of control. Everybody's going to talk. These brothers are not going to be going to jail for his ass. They also are not going to risk being deported if they are recently from Nigeria or they are legal. They're not going to get no felony on their record for sure, or anything that could jeopardize their American citizenship. People are going to start coming forward who have seen them together. You know that. So they're saying now that one of the brothers was Jussie's trainer. Now how you gonna not know this man is dropping you? He is your trainer. He's training in your building. That's probably why he was in their gym in that in Jussie's high rise. Cause I don't buy that he didn't know him, but he just happened to be at the same gym in Jussie's apartment building. Those people don't let people wander in off the street. He was his trainer. One or the other of them appeared on Empire on the show. So didn't necessarily mean they knew each other well, but it certainly meant they were at the same water fountain, same sets. They could have easily known each other. If one of the guys is gay, I'm not saying either one of them is gay or anything like that, but if one of them is, maybe that was another connection to these brothers. What do they got to do with anything? Yeah, I guess that don't really make a difference. This ain't got nothing to do with sex. This is a business proposition. So if Jussie is all in the news and he is on every single channel, I guess that would be the goal of a publicity stunt, right? Even people who don't know about Empire know about Empire now. They're certainly aware of this actor and this name. So perhaps in his mind, he figured that this would make him of such a news story that they want him to stay on the show to draw people to it. I don't know how this damn thing works. Somebody suggested, actually more than one suggested that maybe he's on drugs. So, would you continue to lie and just lie and lie and lie? Or would you zip it and don't say nothing about this case at all? Would you just leave social media, leave the media, and just not be heard of for a while, let it cool off? I mean, how would you handle it from here going forward? My clearest thing, if he does do dope, is if he does drugs at all, he could blame all of this on some kind of drug-induced state and just check himself into a rehab. Now, I've seen these celebrities, when they get in trouble before, they get in trouble, not necessarily this kind of trouble, but they check themselves into rehab, right? It's hard to put them down when they're in the rehab doing what they got to do. You're not going to be able to sell that story if you continue to go out here and lie and make the story up. So, I don't know what you guys think or what you would do. He going to pay, I don't know how much money that people make on Empire, and I'm sure he's, made some coin. But are you going to have to spend all that coin you made on Empire, whatever you were able to put away, on lawyers now? Spending this lie is just going to become a bit. The lawyers are all over this dude, right? They're going to get paid. Nobody else does. I just don't know how much money he actually has. Who's to say how high a lifestyle he's living? Apparently he lived in Los Angeles and Chicago. He's got an apartment in Chicago. Granted, the show might be paying for that since they're filming there, but how would you get out of it? I don't know how you get out of it. All thing I think of is check yourself into a rehab center and say you're crazy. Plead temporary insanity. Other than that, you could just come clean and tell the truth. Of course, you'd never work again. There's a good possibility that you won't work again anyway, because people just don't like liars. They just don't like liars. So I don't know if that would affect the ticket sales to whatever you get involved in. He plays mostly gay characters, so it'll be limited as to how many roles will be available anyway. But his career is taking a severe blow. So maybe he was high. Maybe he was so high that he felt like he could do anything. I'm curious about how you guys would handle it, though. What would you do next? You're caught with the goods. How do you move forward from here? I mean, you've had senators, all the executives, all the actors on Empire, everybody speaking up for you. And then you have made them all liars. They're not going to take that well. So do your thing, Jussie. But only thing, my vote is that you're going to check yourself into somewhere and claim that you were crazy or under the influence of something. But to keep on building on this lie, I don't think it's going to work. I think it's a bad strategy. I don't give a damn how many lawyers you get. Bad strategy, and that's why they're calling it alleged attack from the very beginning. They never said Jussie Smollett was attacked. It was always from the very beginning. Jussie Smollett allegedly attacked. All right, guys, what do you think?